I am a proud owner of the commercial V2 Uplift desk, right? I've had this thing since 2019. So whenever you're watching this, it could be 5 years. And it's honestly served me extremely well for my use case. I am a full-time content creator. Majority of my time is either gaming at my desk or I'm editing, possibly even shooting overhead content on the desk. And to be honest, I have pretty much every standing desk that is out there. Now, as you guys can see by the title, I am comparing two, in my opinion, of the biggest brands, right? Premium brands. I think the real question comes down to which one is really worth your money. So today I'm going to be comparing the Uplift V2 commercial to the E7 FlexiSpot Plus. And if you want the short answer, without all the in-depth details, the FlexiSpot E7 Plus is extremely stable. That's really, in my opinion, what makes it the most valuable in terms of it's a lot more affordable than the V2. It's sturdy and overall has a way better warranty. That's really all you need to know. These are the things that I've tested. Like I said, I've had the Uplift for 5 years. It's held up amazing. I've moved once, really twice. I've moved this desk into storage, moved into another storage, moved it into a U-Haul, and moved it into my new house, and it held the test of time. And lately I was just in the market for a more mature setup. For my Uplift desk, I ended up having this ash gray color. You know, I just kind of got tired of that. And FlexiSpot offers some really nice colors. I went with this walnut, and honestly, it is just so beautiful. Since the day I got it and set it up, I just can't stop staring at it. Now, in terms of assembling these desks, they're all pretty much the same. The instructions and the brands will probably tell you to use two people. I've always used one. It wasn't easy by any means. Both of my desks are huge. I opted for the bigger versions, whether it be the 80 by 30 for my Uplift, and then for my FlexiSpot, around 70 by 30. A little bit smaller. I realized I didn't need such a big desk, but assembly is super simple. It takes time. It'll probably take you an hour or two to do it by yourself. Could be quicker if you've set these up in the past. If you're a newbie, expect to spend some time doing this. Read the instruction manual. They also offer great videos. FlexiSpot is really good in terms of just assembly instructions, videos. They just have so much information on their website about everything, which I love and is a huge bonus. Now, the E7 Plus arrived to me pretty quickly. It came in 3 different pieces. We had this huge tabletop box, which I will say, unfortunately, mine was actually damaged during transit. FlexiSpot ended up fixing that, no problem, which customer service is huge for me. And I will say this is where Uplift has lacked in certain departments. I haven't been able to get a hold of them sometimes. Now, between both of the customization options on my desk, my Uplift actually ran up to $2,000, while my FlexiSpot was well under $1,000. And this is one thing that you'd really think that the Uplift would be a lot more premium for that price. And honestly, after having my E7 in hand and working on it for pretty much the last month, the tabletop that I got for my E7 is way more premium and honestly way more worth the price in my opinion. And I do think that reason is it just feels a lot more sturdy. You guys are on the desk right now. I'm shaking it. Very minimal shake for what it is. Sorry, I didn't want to go too crazy now. And in terms of choosing which desk you want, it's really going to come down to the sizing options, right? And I just confirmed, so my walnut desk is a 72 by 30 versus my Uplift desk is an 80 by 30. This all just comes down to the type of wood that you decide to go with. They both offer great options, but for my personal case use, I feel like 72 by 30 is really all that I need. Now, one of the most important things for me was being 6'3", right? I wanted to make sure I had a desk that would get tall enough. And honestly, both of these options are great. You guys can see a video of me ramping them both up. My commercial V2 desk, hands down, gets way taller, but to a point where it's just unnecessary. There's no reason that I would need it that high. And the E7 gets to a perfect height as well. I'd say they're both perfect. If you're up to 7 foot, you'll be fine. So not really something you have to worry about on both fronts. I still just think it comes down to the sturdiness aspect of it. At the top height, the E7 is just hands down extremely sturdy. It barely wiggles. Versus when I was sitting on my commercial desk wiggling, I was a little scared. I thought I was gonna fall, which would have been great to catch it on footage, but it didn't happen. But you can see it's really, really wobbly. Obviously, one of the most important things is the keypad function on both desks. For my Uplift, I do have 4 different memory settings, which is really convenient and nice. The touchpad feels really premium on this. Then in terms of the E7, I have 2 settings and also a USB charger, which is honestly elite. They're both great keypads. There's nothing really bad that I can say about either of them. They've never failed me. I do have another FlexiSpot desk in my closet that I've had for probably 4 years now, and it's been amazing. I do like that it's a little more compact than the one on my V2. And again, I think it just comes down to preference, but I really like having the ability to charge my phone or my iPad when needed without having to deal with another outlet under the desk. The best functions about either of these keypads is just the fact that, you know, you can custom set them. As you guys can see on the FlexiSpot, we have 1 and 2, and it shows a little character standing standing up and a character sitting down, which is really all you need for your own personal setup. For the commercial, it makes more sense for it to have the 4 memory settings just in case someone is actually using it for commercial projects or other people are using it for a whole team potentially. At the end of the day, this is all going to come down to personal preference. Like I said, I love both of these desks, but for where I'm at in life right now, this E7 is honestly amazing. It looks good, and just the value for money, I would buy this thing over and over and over again. With that price coming in at less than $1,000 versus the almost $2,000 spent on the Uplift desk, you be the judge of that. It's really how your pockets are feeling. I think there's so many amazing benefits to standing desk, especially if you work from home. They're just phenomenal. I do think FlexiSpot deserves the best desk of 2025 award. The one thing I really love about FlexiSpot is the ecosystem that they have of not just desk, but they have chairs, home decor. I actually just got a sauna that I'm going to review soon. I love that thing. They just offer so much great business, great warranty, great customer service. It just seems like a purchase that I feel like you won't regret going with really any product that you get from them. Even if you're not satisfied, they will make it right. So that alone is just a huge selling point in my opinion. But I hope this video helped you guys decide between the two. If you have any questions, you could let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you're interested in picking up a FlexiSpot desk, I actually have a discount code. I'll put it down below in the description to get you $50 off, and you can go ahead and get that at flexispot.com. But this is your boy Mike. If you could do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.